Well, good morning, everybody. This is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero, outside in the storm. Let me just step off to the camera here, off the side here. You can see it's quite a winter wonderland here by the little pond that's in the apartment complex I live at. And this is pretty much what we're seeing throughout the entire area. But it's pretty intense. This is quite the snowstorm. We had the last snowstorm. Yeah, we got a few inches, but this looks like at least a solid 5 inches. My prediction going into this has been about 6 to 8 for most of the area, especially in that little strip that I was mentioning in the last video. So that's what we're seeing here is I'm in that little area, and that's where the most of the snow totals are right now. So the snow that we're seeing right now, this is kind of the tail end of the intense part of the storm. Now, for the rest of the storm, what we're seeing is this is continuing to push east. So for the New York City area right now, we're going to see the snow starting to peter down the next couple hours, and then we're also going to see the winds increase. The winds, that's going to be the second part of this 1-2 punch with the storm, where we're going to be seeing 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts, maybe sustained around 25 to 30 miles per hour. I see the wind kicking up around me already. So that means we could be seeing downed trees and power outages. So you have to be prepared. Hopefully you prepared for that yesterday, so you're ready right now. But we are going to continue to see the conditions not improve through the day. Yes, the snow will be ending very shortly, but the winds and the power outage risk will be continuing. Anywhere else, kind of connecting the dots between Boston and Philadelphia, if you're outside of that line, you're really not seeing the intense snow totals. That's where you're just seeing maybe a couple inches of snow here and there, a little bit of wind, but you're not really seeing the 6 to 8 inches that we have right here. So again, just to recap, if you can avoid going out today, definitely do that, because this is not going to be the day to be venturing out. Leave the road crews out there as the only ones out there to be clearing the roads for potentially any emergency workers or first responders that we have in the area. So with that, I'm just going to have one quick wrap up inside, and then that will be pretty much it for this video. So I'm going to head back inside where it's a little bit warmer for me. Alright, so like I was mentioning with the radar, that mesoscale discussion, that blue box right there, that has just ended across the New York City area. As we can see, most of that the snow, that heavy snow, has made its way out, and there's still a couple little bands here and there, but it is pretty much starting to die down now across the New York City area. The bulk of the precipitation is still out to sea. However, there is still a mesoscale discussion, that blue box there, for Boston. So let me switch this to Boston there. And there we see the bulk of the precipitation now. And this is, yes, still all snow. And when we go into that mesoscale discussion, this is where it's lasting about another hour and a half with heavy snow, excess of 2 inches per hour. Now, there's a lot of fancy weather words in here. We're not going to go through them all. But essentially what this is saying in here is this is called cyclogenesis, where we have a cyclone forming. What's happening is, because the snow is so intense when it's coming down, it's actually creating its own mini cyclone in the heavy snow. So that's what's happening there. So that's the entire point of that mesoscale discussion there. And we see a lot more of that heavy snow is coming on in. So Boston, you're going to have to deal with this for another couple of hours. Now on the back side of this, so if we go back to the New York City area, so on the back side of this we see a little bit more banding, it looks like. However, inside those bands we still have little pockets of heavy snow. And this, once this whole system, let me put that in motion, once this whole system makes its way out, this is where we're going to be seeing the winds really increase. Kind of see that harsh line right there on the back side of the storm? That line is where the wind field really kicks up. We're going to be seeing gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour, which means we're going to be seeing down branches, potentially blocking roadways, and also power outages. So this is why you have to be very cautious if you are going outside. If anything, I wouldn't even go outside at all. And I did just catch here on the radar, there's actually some lightning strikes out into the Atlantic. So that is how intense this storm is. It's creating thunderstorms and heavy snow within the same system. As a fun fact, this system was also just in Texas and gave Texas tornadoes and a lot of severe weather. So this is quite a system we are dealing with right now. All right, so this is going to be the day to stay inside. I'm on the couch, nice and cozy, watching the snow through the window, and that's what I would recommend you do. Maybe wait a little bit later into the afternoon if you're going to go venture outside. Just wait for all the snow to really finish before you head out to play in the snow. All right, so that is a wrap for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please stay safe. Again, stay inside for the most part, and I will catch you all in the next video.